James is in Fulham. James, what made you pick up the phone?
James, firstly, good for Joe.
Right.
Finally, someone in that family that I respect.
Rachel's very nice.
Where she might be on the right side, but I'm afraid she's got too much of her father and the Prime Minister.
Well, let's not get overly personal. Talk to me about the politics. That was my fault. I invited you into that, and I probably shouldn't have done. What would you?
Fair enough.
Go on. What do you want to say?
I'd like to refer to something that Theo said, funnily enough, on the Steve Allen show when he was just coming into the office this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Well, talking of running roughshod over democracy, which Luciana, your previous guest, referred to.
Yes.
Theo said that during the period of prorogation, he said that if the general election is due to fall on October the 14th or the 15th, that constitutionally, Boris can go to the Queen during the period of prorogation and change the date of that election in order to push a no-deal Brexit through. Now, given his self-ambition that you've already alluded to, which I think we all know about.
And his reputation for trustworthiness or otherwise.
And his reputation for that, and, well, I might just say he wrote a book in the early 1990s where he massively highlighted how much he supported the European Union. So the fact that he's where he is now is only highlights how he's prepared to go against what he really believes in order to fulfill his own self-ambition. But this thing terrifies me because I think, as an outside bet, I think that he will do exactly that. He's promised to get Brexit. He's promised to deliver Brexit.
No, he's promised to deliver a no-idea Brexit.
Well,
he hasn't promised to deliver a Brexit that's either describable or possessing of any detail whatsoever.
Yes, but this possibility that Theo has highlighted, that he can constitutionally, he's allowed to go to the Queen.
But that's precisely why Jeremy Corbyn won't agree to an election until that possibility has been closed down.
Yeah, but from what Theo was saying, they can agree on they can vote to have an election.
So the word you need is implemented. So it needs to have already been implemented, which means they don't do it until November, which is what Keir Starmer is agitating for. But reportedly, the likes of Seamus Milne and I think it's Andrew Schneider, the key advisors, are not. But I'm with you. I mean, absolutely. But I mean, politically, where would you sit normally before Brexit broke everything?
Well, I'm probably the worst person to ask because I was a firm leaver.
Yes.
I realised, using your analogy, that I voted for the box.
Yes.
Without knowing what the contents were.
Yeah.
I think this Yellowhammer, the non-disclosure of Yellowhammer and Joe Johnson resigning, and a previous guest you had on who said that he knew what the contents of the Yellowhammer thing were, but because of that and the fact that the government won't disclose it to the likes of one of your previous callers, Mike in Weir,
bless him.
It all adds up to disaster. And anyway, so in answer to your question,
you're a very good person to ask. You're a conservative leaver, but like Joe Johnson, you've reached your breaking point.
Exactly.
Although Joe was never a leaver.
I will vote Liberal Democrat purely as a one-off, and you shouldn't really have protest votes in general elections, but that's what I'm going to do.
Well, that's what I mean by Brexit having broken everything, actually. And of course, we should acknowledge the existence of the other constituency that are being fattened up for yet another mugging. These are the people who are poised to stand up in public and say, I voted for a no-idea Brexit. Just don't call it a no-idea Brexit. Call it clean break or no deal or something like that. And the liars who've led us into this almighty mess get to fight another day.